So another big problem in authentication is insecure login forms. There may be hundreds of ways to make a form insecure. So for these examples, I'm going to be in BWAP, and I'll go to Kali first and log into BWAP. And from the drop-down menu above, choose Insecure Login Form under the Broken Authentication section. And the default level is low. And it is rare to see the first two levels in the real world, actually. But I think it's a lot of fun. So let's try and solve them. Okay, so when I try to log in with the wrong credentials, I'm going to get this warning. So then we view the page source by right-clicking and scroll down to the login form source. So see, here is text with a white font color near the login label, and also another text with the same property near the password label. So if you mark here and here, you're going to display them. So I'm going to use these values. And it is done. We've just logged in. Okay, so that was fun. Let's choose the medium level. So I'm going to mark here, but there is nothing, okay? So view the page source again, scroll down to login form, and here there are no hidden values. But see over here, the submit button, have a look. You're going to see it executes a JavaScript function. Now, I think this is the first function that we've seen opening the source. So here's the function. I don't think it's very hard to guess, huh? It uses some of the characters in the string to create a password. And again, it's really a load of fun. To get the password from this function, just copy it and open Developer Tools. Go to Settings from here and check Scratchpad to enable the tab, and go there. So clear here and paste the function. I'm going to just zoom in a little bit here. Okay, so we don't need these lines. And to see the result, I'm going to add here return secret and an alert message to view the result. Okay, so let's run it. And it is done. What's this? Yes, we get the password. So, in case you think I'm joking, I'm going to use this. Okay, we're done. We've just logged in. Okay, so at last we're going to do a brute force attack. So let's choose the high level. So here's your new page and view source. If you scroll down, you won't see anything with the form. So, okay, let me just log in with some wrong credentials and see what's happening. Okay, you get the same warning message, invalid credentials. So now we're going to do the rest with burp. So enable Foxy Proxy, then open burp. And I'm going to arrange the windows. Now log in again. And burp captures a login request. So send it to intruder and repeater to use later. And then forward the request. Okay, so open Intruder tab. Now there are 4 sub-tabs under Intruder. And under the Target tab, you can configure the target options. For example, you may force it to use HTTPS. And then go to the Positions tab. Then here you can configure where and what to brute force. So burp heuristically selects some parameters to attack, but we don't need them all. So you can clear them, and let's just use only the password and username. So let's choose Cluster Bomb as the attack type. Okay, so we're done with this, so now go to the Payloads tab. Now, here's a place that we provide data or dictionary files to attack. So we can choose 2 parameters to attack at the same time. And here are 2 payload sets. which are available here, but we don't have any payloads yet. So let's create some payloads first. We can use Crunch, or we can try another as well. So in fact, open up your terminal and type CEWL. Seul is an other password generator, but it works kind of differently. So it'll crawl a URL and extract words to create a word list. So type CEWL --help to see options. Okay, then add W as a parameter to save the result, and the D parameter to define the crawl depth, the M parameter to define the minimum length of the word that will be extracted, and E for including email addresses. And let's include words with numbers. Okay, so I'm going to copy this URL and paste it here. Nothing to change, and hit enter. And it executes quickly. So here's a generated word list file. Let's have a look at it. Now it contains 44 lines. So I'm going to delete some of the entries because it'll take time to try every single one. So I think these ones are going to be enough. So now go to Burp Intruder, choose the first payload. Don't change the payload type. It's a simple list. Just come back here and click Load. Okay, so we load the first payload and choose the second payload. Again, load word list. And Burp automatically calculates the requests that will be sent. And I think if we do this with a huge list, it's going to slow down our target network in our environment. So there's nothing to change here. Then go to the Options tab. Now scroll to grep match. So in this section, we teach Burp to understand when it is going to be successful or not. So then Burp will send each login request that contains values from our payload list, and then analyzes the associated responses. And then that way, if Burp matches something in the response with these strings, it can mark that request for us. So these strings are not useful in our scenario, right? So I'm going to clear them. And then I'm going to copy this warning on the page and paste to add it here. And then I'm going to check this box to make Burp flag the resulting items containing this warning. All right. All right, so there's nothing more to configure here. So let's go up and start the attack. So this is the attack window. And we can wait a little bit for it to finish. And looky here, Burp flags all the result items containing this warning. Now, if a result doesn't contain this warning, it means that we're successfully logged in. You get it? So let's click this unchecked line. And below are the details of the request present. It tries bees and bug. So look at the response. Here's a successful login message. Okay, so obviously this is a very basic brute force attack to an insecure login form. Don't worry, we are going to do a little more advanced ones in the next videos, but you get the concept, right?